Sonar technology is being used for the first time in Scotland to detect the underwater entrances of beaver burrows. Beavers' homes can often create problems for landowners when the tunnels cause river banks to collapse. Scottish government agency NatureScot challenged the private sector to use technology to work out where they live. It is hoped the sonar technique will allow early measures to be put in place to prevent damage to land. Beavers build the openings to their burrows underwater to prevent predators from entering. They then dig upwards, often close to the surface, to create a network of dry tunnels which are clear of the water line. Until a beaver burrow collapses, people above ground cannot work out where it is. So the underwater burrow entrances are being identified using survey vessels which have side-scanning sonar devices attached. They record millions of data points as they navigate along the water. A three-dimensional image can then be created which helps identify the opening to the burrow. Rue Campbell, from NatureScot, told BBC Scotland, "Burrowing is one of these behaviours where it's quite difficult for us to understand what's going on because burrows are very difficult to detect. We don't always know where they are until something goes wrong, and then we don't often have a good understanding of the risk. We need to learn how to live alongside these animals, and a project like this is part of that learning." The technology is being used as part of the Scottish Government's CivTech project, where the private sector is challenged to come up with solutions to problems. It is being piloted in Tayside, where more than 440 burrows were recorded last year. The beaver population in Scotland has doubled in 3 years to about 1,000, mainly concentrated around the River Tay catchment. Legislation was introduced in 2019 to make beavers a protected species, which made it illegal to disturb or kill the animals. But burrows which pose a danger can be destroyed if a license can be obtained from NatureScot. Anthony Pritchard, from Storm Geomatics, which is carrying out the survey work, said the technology was normally used to assess flood risks. He said, "By having a better understanding of how many burrows there are, where they're located, do they lie dormant, how many does a beaver family make? All this sort of information is unknown at the moment, so we can create a better understanding. The key is to empower the decision makers."